Hey y'all, it's Nerdydollgirl again here. So I thought I would do this video. It has nothing to do with dolls, but it kind of, in a way it kind of does too. I have something that has been very heavy on my heart, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about it. I am so tired of seeing people made to feel like they're not allowed to be who they are. And I personally have experienced that pretty much most of my life. You know, I've always been very different. I'm a very emotional person, a very sensitive person. I am artistic. I love to express myself through art and through tattoos and, you know, my hair and piercings and all that sort of stuff, as well as the fact that I love dolls and I love collecting dolls. And, you know, I've always been very different. And it's hard. It's been very hard most of my life because a lot of people don't get me, or they think that the things that I love are weird. And it's not that it doesn't bother me, because it really does bother me. And I cry about it and I get frustrated about it, but I also don't know how to be any other way. This is who I am, and I can't change, nor do I really want to change, because I know that it wouldn't make me happy. But this sort of thing came up, especially right now. As you guys, if you haven't watched it, then please go watch it, because it was a pretty awesome experience. I got my 7th tattoo, and right now it's healing, so it's not perfectly as gorgeous as it will be, but it's pretty damn gorgeous if I don't say so myself. My amazing tattoo artist Jamie did an amazing job. She's done 3 of my 7 tattoos, and I am definitely going to be getting more by her. And I'll link her page, her page down below. But when I got it, I was so happy, I was so excited, and I also got both my death pierced, because I suffer from headaches and migraines a lot. So I thought, okay, well, let's give it a shot. So I did get both of them pierced. I did videotape one, but not the other one. And I'm kind of glad I didn't videotape the other one, because it really hurt. I didn't cry or scream or anything like that. I'm just not, that's not really the way that I work. But yeah, it hurt. So, and I was like, why does this one hurt and the other one doesn't hurt? And she said, it's just one side is more sensitive than the other, especially if you're a right-handed person, then your left ear is going to hurt more than if you're doing your right ear. So I guess that's what was going on. But I was so excited to show off my tattoo and my piercings. And when I got home, my husband is super supportive. Like, he is the reason that I was able to do all the stuff that I've done. You know, like, it was like a last moment thing. Honey, January I can go and get my tattoo finally. It's been 3 years that I've been waiting for this, and I really like to go. Can you watch the kids so I can go on the weekend? And he's like, oh yeah, sure, go, you gotta do it, right? So it's not my husband. And my kids are very supportive too. My daughter did not like that I got my ears pierced. She said that creeped her out. Which I mean, it makes sense to me. Putting a piece of metal through your skin. So she didn't really like that, but she accepted it. But when I went to show my in-laws, my father-in-law was joking and saying, well, where are her eyes? Why does she not have eyes? They missed a spot. And I tried to take that as a joke, but it still was very hurtful and frustrating. But then my mother-in-law goes, she didn't even look, she would not even look at my tattoo, and started saying, you know, I think tattoos are gross, and I think they're a waste of money, and, you know, people are gonna look ridiculous when they're old, and all this stupid, like, cliche sayings that people say when they don't believe in tattoos for themselves. And everybody is entitled to their opinion, and I understand that she doesn't like tattoos, but I felt very hurt and very upset because she wouldn't even look at it. She wouldn't even look at my tattoo. And even if I don't agree with something, I try and be really supportive of the person, because to me, what matters is how that person feels. And then she proceeded to say to my daughter, Natasha, she said, you're never getting a tattoo. Promise me right now you're never getting a tattoo. And Mommy Bear came out, and I felt like saying to her, you have no right to tell my daughter what she's allowed to do or not do. But I didn't say that. Afterwards, I talked to my daughter and I said, you know that it's your body and it's your choice, and I would never stop you from getting a tattoo. And she's like, I know, Mommy. And she actually wants to get a tattoo with me when she's old enough, which makes me feel so good. And then she was saying she really she was interested in getting her nose pierced. So I went out and I bought her a fake nose piercing so that she could try it out. And she looked really cool with it. And my husband is like being teasy, and he's like, if anyone ever does that to my daughter, I don't know what I will do. And I'm like, honey, like, did you really mean that? Because I don't want her to feel like she can't do that if that's what she really wants to do. And he goes, no, of course not. But it's hard. And then and then I had someone else say, are you going through a midlife crisis? Because I got my death piercings and I got a big tattoo. And I said, no, this is me. This is who I've always been. And, you know, if I had the money, I would get my whole sleeve. I mean, this is who I am. This is what makes me happy, and this is what makes me feel like I'm expressing who I am. And so I don't see what the problem is. But it just seems like people feel like they have the right to tell you who you're allowed to be. And I'm a pretty strong person. I've put up with a lot of hardship in my life, and I've dealt with a lot of challenges in my life. And through those challenges, I could have just been like, okay, I'm gonna let whatever people say define who I am, and that's who I am, and I'm gonna believe what they say, and I'm gonna not do this, and I'm not gonna do that, because I need to keep up a persona that I'm normal. I'm normal. And I decided long ago that no, I'm not gonna do that. You know, growing up, we were raised to believe that, you know, you wanted to be accepted, and that people don't accept people that are like this or like that. Not because my parents were ignorant or, you know, they were very accepting people, but there were certain things that they didn't want for us because they were worried about how other people would react. And for me, that just made me mad. I'm just like, well, who cares? If those other people don't like me for who I am, then I will find someone who will. But I find like no matter how old I get, I still face that kind of criticism and that kind of judgment. I and it's hard. But what really bothers me more is when I see other people who take it in and they feel shame and they feel embarrassed and bad and everything for who the person that they are, and they don't need to do that. Who you are is amazing and beautiful. Sorry, I just looked up and there's a cat. I'm in my basement and there's a cat walking across. So it was like there's this big black thing and I'm like, what was that? Is there someone looking in on me? But it's just a cat. So cute. So I don't know. If you're listening to this and there's something that makes you happy, that will make you feel more like yourself, and it's not literally going to hurt somebody else, then do it. And if people have a problem with it, you have to remember that we only have one life to live. Unless you believe in reincarnation, even then, you only have this specific life to live. So you might as well be happy and enjoy it. There are so many people who on their deathbed say, I wish that I would have blah. And I don't want to be that person. You know, and if you're worried that, say you want to get a tattoo, but your parents or your whatever say that it will hurt them. It's not literally going to hurt them. They just don't necessarily approve. And then you have to decide what is more like important. Now, because I'm married, I'm not going to go out and get I'm not going to go out and get a tattoo or body piercing or what have you without saying to my husband, I would really like to do this. Would you be okay if I did this? Not because he controls me, but because it's respectful. I mean, if he went out and got a giant tattoo all over his body without talking to me about it first, that would upset me, even though I love tattoos and I have tattoos. Because it's kind of like a mutual respect thing. But if someone is just not letting you do it because they feel they have the control over you, you have to decide if you're going to let them have the control over you. So yeah, it's definitely a personal decision, but I don't want to live my life being regretful that I'm not going to do something that makes me feel more like myself. And I hope you guys also are the same way, that you will see that, you know, you need to care about your friends, you need to care about your family, you need to care about how other people are feeling, but you also have to care about how you feel and how you want to express yourself, and what the person you want to be is. And if the person that you want to be is covered in tattoos, then be that person. If that person is someone who just likes to dress preppy, then be that person. You know, you have to do what makes you happy and do what's in your heart, because life is so short. My mom, she had a lot of spirit in her, and there was so many things that she wanted to do and I know that she had certain desires to do things that she felt were not normal to other people. So she didn't do them because she cared too much about what other people thought and not so much about how she felt about herself. And I never want to do that. And sadly, she died very young. And there was a lot of things that she never got to do. And I know that it made me sad that she never got to do them. So I hope this video has helped someone out there. Please be kind to yourself, be good to yourself, love yourself. You know, whatever it is that you feel you need to do to make you be more you, then you gotta do it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I hope that I will see you guys soon. Talk to you later. Bye.